Hi, good afternoon, Anthony. First of all, thank you for the reply. I was able to find your website based on the information that was able to gather, and let's check it out. Let's see what's going on here. I'm going to be talking about a couple things really quick: content, backlinks, and of course, how many searches, in your competitors. So let's start here. I have a website put out here, and the design is nice. It's really nice looking. It's appealing. I can see that you have content, but in order for you to show up in Google searches, you need to have relevant content and keywords that people are searching for, if you will. When I say relevant content, I'm talking more about all the text here that your website has. So this has to be original. It has to be relevant, and that's the first step for any website to rank. If somebody tells you that you can rank a website without content, they might be lying. So just be careful with that. So I can see here that you have a lot of content, but not really anything relevant, even though it has nice information and everything. But I can see that there's no relevance here for keywords. I can see text here, your services here, and we'll talk about that in a second. Contracting services. Um, you have a lot of information, but not really relevant in terms of showing up on Google searches. I use this tool called Ahrefs, and what this does, it picks data from your website based on Google criteria. So here, let's see, this is your website, and you don't have any movement. It's like you don't have anything. So there's no backlinks, nothing, and I'll talk about that in a second as well. So yeah, your website is pretty much like, with all due respect, it's like a business card in your wallet and you never get the chance to take it out. Or if you want to compare that to, a car, it's like having a really nice Bugatti, but you have no engine. Or worse, or even worse, you don't have money for gas, if that makes any sense. So if we go to Google and type property development Philadelphia, um, there's not much here on the maps section because the companies are more like um, nationwide. So the first thing here is, of course, the city of Philadelphia, this ORG, and then we have on the organic results number one, the Center of District of Downtown Real Estate Developments, which is in more like a blog. Then we have these guys, National Real Estate Development. And let's see why they're ranking here in this top position. And just for your reference, 70% of the people that do a Google search, they only go for the top 5 here, if you will, and then the top 3 in the maps section, if this would be here in the upper section, which I'm surprised it's not. Maybe it's just my web browser, or because I'm in Princeton, it's not showing me that, but it's kind of weird. But let's take a look and see why these guys are ranking here and the benefits of that, right? So we can see, let's just move my camera there. You can see that they have a nice design. You start seeing here just a little bit of content, and the reason why they don't have much here is because they have a blog post or something like that. Let's see our approach, company, all these pages. Probably from here, everything is getting the power. If we look on the data from the back end, they're being found for over 1,000 keywords, and they have over 470 backlinks. Now, this is crucial. What are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites or other websites that are mentioning your business name or your website in a positive way, and this will give you power so you can be found on Google. It's like a popularity contest, and I always say this. The more people you get to talk about you in a positive way, the more relevant you're going to become, the more relevant you're going to stay. So these guys are spending a lot of investment here, try to be found on Google, right? Let's see what kind of keywords are they being found for really quick, because I want to jump back on your website to see other services. Let's give it a second. So we have here real estate development firm. Like I said, this is nationwide. So there's 200 searches a month because they're ranking number 4. There's 18 visits they get every month for that one. Real estate development company, another 250 searches a month. Because of ranking number 4, that they get another 19. We keep scrolling down. And we can see that these websites are not really, I'm sorry, these keywords are not really client intent, if you will. Property development company, 100 searches a month because it's ranking number 8, get another 4. So you get the idea. The more these for me, for example, this one, these are 4 chances they get every month to get a client. We keep scrolling down. Let's see, real estate developers in Philadelphia. There's 100 searches a month, and because it's ranking 11, almost on the second page, they're getting 3 visits. So those are 3 chances they get every month. But you can do all the math here because they're getting most of their traffic, their visits on these ones that are nationwide. And of course, the name. But if you go back to your website, and I was checking here your services, you do also have some sort of general contracting here, renovation, that kind of thing. So if we go to Google again, and I type commercial renovation Philadelphia, the first thing you're going to see here is this is sponsored by Google. This is your traditional Google ads, by the way. So it says sponsored traditional Google ads. So you pay every time somebody clicks on your ad. This is effective as long as you know what you're doing, because even though Google will make it look really nice and easy to set up and to run it, you can bleed a lot of money and not get any results. So if you're gonna be going this route, if you have Google Ads, keep an eye on that, because there's a lot of things that's happening on the back, but behind the scenes that you will need to be taken in consideration. The next thing that I said before, the map section. If you have a Google profile, you could definitely be here. And how you get to be here with relevant content, optimized images. And if you have reviews, you need to reply to those reviews, because that's what Google is looking for, that interaction between consumer and vendor, if that makes any sense. Then we have our organic results. We have number 1 with these guys, Philadelphia commercial contractors. Number 2, clearly rated, Clutch, which I think is nationwide as well, because I see them everywhere every time that I do this type of reports. Yelp. So yeah, let's see why these guys are ranking number 1, right? If we open their website, this is a sub page, by the way. So we can see here that they understand the value of content, because they're targeting the specific keyword, commercial construction, for example, contractors in Philadelphia. And you have content surrounding that. Content. Even there's a little bit, chances of outranking them are really, really good. Because if you, let's say, double, triple the content and start targeting the same keyword, you'll be competing with them in a decent amount of time. So let's see why these guys are ranking number 1. Same thing, we pull out the data here and the main website, because this is just a sub page, but all the power is coming from the website. So they're being found for 718 keywords, and they have around 119 backlinks. Let's see what kind of keywords are they being found for, because this might be interesting in some sort of perspective, if that makes any sense. So let's see, commercial civilian contractors, there's 50 searches a month because they're ranking number 3, they're getting 6 visits. For me, those are 6 chances they get to get a client. Commercial excavation contractor, a variation of this one, 40 searches a month because they're ranking number 3, they get another 5. So just between these two, they got 11 chances to get clients every month. Let's see what else we have here. Office renovation contractor, 150 searches a month. And again, these are just nationwide keywords. In your case, if you would like to target specific areas, we'll have to do a deep research and see what keywords will actually be working for you. But it's the same idea, the same principle. Office renovation contract, like I said, 150 searches a month. And because they're ranking number 12, not even on the first page, they're getting 3 more visits. So let's see this one, for example, office renovation contractor, because they're targeting to another sub page. They're ranking number 1 because there's 90 visit searches a month. They're getting 1 visit because they're ranking on the second page. So they're getting traffic, they're getting possible clients, and that's what this whole process is intended to show you, the opportunities that you might be missing because you're website does not have the visibility that it should have. So I don't want to take too much of your time. I hope this information is useful. And like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.